All right. Happy Friday. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week. And I hope you're ready for some Satisfactory. Because I know I am. Got a exciting plan ahead of us. Oop. Our guy's not supposed to be like that. There we go. We got a interesting day, I think, ahead of us. We're going to try and build some blueprints, get the roadway looking nice and dialed in. And just overall getting everything looking and running well. So last time we built a couple of different blueprints. These ended up not being that great. So I think we're just going to kind of scrap them and start over on the incline section. So let's just get rid of these and see if we can do this in a slightly better way. The straight ones are all fine. I think those work well. Okay. So let's get rid of you. And that seems pretty good to me. So what we want to start with is, instead of a ramp, I actually want to try and use these guys. And let's see, if we go up here, we might be able to do a little bit more with like bringing stuff beyond the edge to kind of clip things together. So we'll kind of mess with that. Now we can't put a wall or anything there. We don't really need to, I don't think. Right, that's for the sidewalk. Yeah, so that part we'll figure out. And we kind of have to figure out what we actually want the sidewalk to be, because it might not work out to be like that. We may have to change it. So we have our roadway piece. What I would like to do is get the median stuff figured out, and then we can kind of go from there. Let's get our patterns going here. And we'll keep things simple, just kind of like how we had it before, with just the 2 lanes on each side. There was a part of me too that was thinking about shifting to 5 wide, because if we are going to do it, now's the time to do it. And it would allow a U-turn, I think. At least from the outside lane. We could do that now, but we could do it easier from the inside lane. And it would fit better over there on the factories. Maybe we should kind of check real quick. Like, how much room did I leave myself for all of these roadways? And is it the same? Or is it not the same? Because here we have 5, right? Which would mean no sidewalks there or something. Like we can work that part out. Over here I only have 3, but this guy's temporary, so it could be 4. Maybe, not really. Oh, right on. Marcus Robinson, I think you just subscribed. Yeah, right on. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Much appreciated. And then we kind of loop through there. Yeah, again, maybe we have some kind of road going out that way then. And like passing underneath the refineries. That could be kind of cool. Potentially. We do have that guy to worry about. So maybe it goes... okay, I don't know. That one we'd have to kind of mess with. But that's definitely coming out. And could be rebuilt like over there. Not fitting anything through here. I suppose this stuff could also move. There is a chance, right? But we do have out here, so probably not. We kind of do some like zigzaggy street situation going on. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. Let's mess with a 4 wide road. because I just think that would be better, which means we are going to kind of change the straight road out a little bit. How did I build this? I did put it in the middle. Okay, so let's clear you out, and we'll just place this in on our own, like that. And then we only have to redo a portion of it. No, let's just build it. It's fine. We're going to go back and forth on probably a lot today. This is the designing day. So let's go like that. And then the center lane is going to become a median of sorts. So we can add... What do we want to add? So maybe that's where the sidewalk is then. And we just don't do one on the outside? That's an idea. That is an idea that we are having. Because we could do this a lot easier. We have things that work with this much better, like, than half foundations. You know, I'm kind of liking that idea, to be honest. So we would throw some railings down there. This is going to be our lane. Oh. And then we want to paint those white. All right. I guess it would probably mean no shoulder, but I think that's okay. We don't really need it. It was just decorative. And then like a central sidewalk, we could do a couple different things then. We could throw in little like staircases to get us up and over the road into buildings. We could do crosswalks. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so if we have that, then we would want to throw in... Yeah, streetlights for sure. And then we're going to probably want to do that on both sides. I did like that design. That did look good. So maybe we do the concrete pillar still. There's no way to get that to go all the way over the middle, unfortunately. So I think this will work. Let's go... We're 5 wide, so maybe we do in the middle, and in the middle, so that's 2. No, that'd be 3. So we would need to go here. It's 1 1/4 foundations. That's 3/4 and 3/4. So that's 1 1/2 plus 1 is 2 1/2, and then that's 1 1/4 plus 1 1/4 is 2 1/2. Okay, so that should be evenly spaced for the lights. Let's try this again. And then I think down here what would look kind of interesting, if we can find it, is the corner barrier. Just to kind of break things up a little bit. Alright, that's kind of cool. And then, oh, I need the outlet. Yeah, so I think if we do an outlet in here, well then I guess we could just string them along. Right? There's nothing really stopping us from doing that. Then if we want to have something in the middle, that does kind of stop us from doing that, I guess. So let's see. Do the light first, and then do those supports. We will get this dialed in, hopefully relatively quickly. I think it'll be easier to build these than the other ones, because the half foundations were what was really giving us the most trouble. Alright. Let's see if I can get this guy. We'll just kind of build this out. Oh, it almost did it. There we go. Okay, cool. So in this case, what would be our best means of power? Probably something through the middle. Those don't look the same. They're not the same. Let's see. That's okay. So yeah, that's definitely where we want to be. Let's try that again. I'll have to check the other one, make sure I actually got that in the right spot. There we go. Okay, are you guys good? Seems good. I think that's fine. Okay, so if we wanted to do something simple, we could just throw like a beam somewhere in here. I mean, that's not bad. Okay, and then maybe if we did like a double situation here. I think for stuff like this, these are good. Because then we could do that, and then you could even do that, and that locks out accidentally clicking on those. Go here. One more, and that should be good. So you would go there. And then we could just grab from one to the other. Keep that going pretty easily. Hello, train. So here we liked having them kind of dimmed a little bit. I think that was good. We're going to try and keep them as similar as possible to the old ones. Okay, that's kind of good. We could even throw like a hyper tube in here. Honestly, I don't think it's a terrible idea. The more of these we have, the better, I feel like. What height is that at? Not that that terribly matters, but think it's at like 9 plus whatever that is. It's kind of in the middle. Is that something we care about terribly? Hypertube, hypertube. Do I want to put in a hypertube? It's like, I like the idea of it. I just don't know if it would like kind of work out well, you know, for what we want to do. I think it's good though. I think it is good. I think we're gonna try it. Heyo. I should have just built it on that 1 meter. I don't know what I was doing there. Let's see. Is this level or is this down a little bit? It is down a little bit. Okay. Which means that's like a little high. So maybe we drop that down to at least line up with the foundation. Maybe. So I'm just thinking for like how this is going to work into buildings and stuff like that. We want to try and keep things at the same level. I think that's kind of more where we would want to be. Which I know seems small, because it is pretty small to change, but I think that would work out. That doesn't seem like it's the same. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let's do power again real quick. Oops. Okay. And over here. Because yeah, I think we want to keep the roads as clear as possible from like us driving on it, so that the trucks can do what they need to do. Okay, cool. That's all good. I set all these lights, right? I think so. And then let's see if we do a hypertube now. So we should just be nice and level. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Just bring that across and like that. Okay. Shouldn't be too complicated for auto connecting, and hopefully the ramp section is pretty simple. I think it should be pretty simple. Cool. Okay, so let's call this, I think, good, right? There's nothing else we really want to do. We could put something here, or we could make this a separate blueprint, which I'm kind of thinking makes sense. So let's try that. All right, so let's say road with hypertubes. We're not going to get rid of the other ones. They may be helpful in certain situations. And let's do Oops. Let's do a hypertube just to make it pop out on us. Okay, give me 1 second, sorry. Okay, so we can save that. And let's think. Kind of want to just take this if I can, so I don't have to build that every time. So let's save this as its own blueprint. So we're just going to kind of get rid of all this stuff that we don't want. Just get rid of all that and all of that and then all the foundations. Okay. Because then we can just use that as its own little thing. Should be good. Okay. So we're going to call this light posts with hyper tubes. And again, no, we'll make it lights. All right. And start in the right spot. Cool. Okay, so we have a roadway piece. Let's try and make a ramp section. So here I'm hoping is a little easier to work with. Let's make it asphalt. I'm torn. I don't know if we should do 4. Let's just do a double section for now. So that's going up 4 meters. Yeah, I think that's good. Set up our patterns and stuff. Should probably put these on a hotbar, but it's all right. Alright, and then here, we want that one. Yo, Jeremy Brown, what's up, man? And Dracus, hello, hello. Respect, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so that looks good. Weird how stuff like ever so slightly doesn't line up. It's okay. It's a game, it's not perfect. And then here, we could do some of this. Right, so that's a lot easier for our sidewalk. Basically done. And then our railings drop in. And they snap now, which is nice. We don't have to do anything crazy here either. Just spectating the build? Hell yeah. Spectate away. Appreciate it. And then if we bring in this guy. That's a good thing. I appreciate that, and I'm loving that you're impressed. Alright, I think that's where we want it, and then we're just gonna drop down to be something like that. No, maybe not. I don't know, let's see. Just mega builds off in the distance. Yeah. A little bit. We're getting to them though. You know, they're we spread out a little on this one for sure. This is a fun one. Let's see. I think we wanted. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Like, I want this to kind of go at a nice slope. So that's why I'm trying to get this in a good spot. That feels way too low. That feels way too high, right? Somewhere in here feels correct, but I'm not quite sure where. I think we're just gonna go with that and call it good. All right, so that is pretty solid. Now the only thing here is these are gonna be... I go vertical? I can't. These are gonna be kind of interesting. Hey, huge shout out to Jeremy Brown, the new member. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you very much. That really goes a long way. Really appreciate that. Let's see, something like that. We are going to have this kind of little bump in the middle, but I'm wondering... Let's see if we can't do something about that. Where's the donate button? It should be over there. It should be in the description. You might have to click like on the side. There should be a like a super chat, I think is what it's called. Which thank you in advance. Okay, wait. I think we can angle this, right? But yeah, I know I have them available. Okay, we can do... Oh, is that too much? That's a little too much, huh? Tilt that guy back just a touch. Hey, Jeremy, thank you, man. That's incredibly generous. Thank you for the $10 donation and the membership. Double whammy. Another $10 donation. Jeremy, you madman. Thank you, dude. That's huge. Wow. Total of $20 right off the rip. Welcome. Welcome aboard. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let's see. We might be able to do that. I hope so too, man. I hope so too. Thank you. That helps a lot, believe me. Okay, we might just have to kind of go like auto connect, no, without auto connect for this part, you know, because we could get a smooth connection in here and then going up, same thing, right? Just connect in between each one. I say we try it. Let's do some testing of it, but that's it, like, right? Like, this is all up and running basically. So I think we just try and use them and see how we do. So we're gonna say 4 meter, well, not 4 meter, it goes up 4 meters, but I guess just call it a 2x ramp because we don't have anything else right now with hyper tubes. And this time we can do a ramp. Is this called like a double ramp? I actually forget what it's called. It is called a double ramp. Look at me go. And let's put it into the road area. Okay. So... Alright, yeah, let's clear these out for now. I think these are going to have a purpose somewhere. I don't know where just yet, but they are definitely going to have a purpose. Oh, the light barrier. We got to get that in these somehow. Wait. That That's like my favorite thing that we came up with. That has to be included somehow. Okay. Maybe that goes on the edges of it then? I think that might be a good thing to have. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's do that then, actually. So let's take that back out. And we will plan to have something on the sides. Let's just see how these like fit together though. Okay, we already established we have to be here because of that hill. Unfortunately, right there. Get me up. Thank you. And then if we just go blueprint auto connect. Lovely. That's pretty good. Let's get power in here. And yeah, let's just build out a few and let's see how the incline section goes. Alright, so here let's start the incline. I mean, that's pretty freaking good, dude. Yeah. And then you take this out. And you go... Probably curve? Well, let's cycle through. Let's see. Auto, noodle, horizontal, vertical. I think curve is the best. Alright. And then... So each one of these is 4 meters too, which is amazing because that's keeping us in line with the world grid, which is actually voice crack, which is actually really great. Just kidding. That's super nice though to be on grid as we go up. Okay, so we do clip a little there, but that's fine. We know that is a very much temporary situation that will probably be there for a while, but in our hearts and in our minds, it's temporary. Okay, and then... Yeah, I think that looks pretty dang good. We do have to do this a little bit more, but that's okay. Alright, so we're at that level where we should clear all this stuff. Let's do a little, cleaning up there, and then go back here. And we're back off. That's kind of fine to me, yeah. That's fine. And we just keep clearing stuff out. So once we get out of like cities and stuff, or city, I mean that's kind of I guess what it is going to be. Once we get out of the like heavily built areas, we are going to switch to having something on the side to kind of like close this all off, obviously, and that's kind of what I was hinting at with the barriers. So we'll come up with something. But let's keep going for a few here. If I stand in the book, this is that's pretty good. We want to drop back down, is the question. Not really, honestly, because we've got a bunch of stuff here. We've got that to worry about, and we're going to be going probably back up somewhere. I don't know. Maybe at least over to here. That would have to go up considerably, which we could make that happen to get a road through. Okay, yeah, let's just stay at this height. clear out whatever we can clear out. All this is really pretty temporary in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, because even that's going to have to get raised up to at least that. So let's see if that is even at an okay height. Ooh, not really. Well, that's kind of fine, I guess. We'll figure it out. This is all, like I said, pretty temporary. It could shift being... Imagine. Wait, imagine. With me? Hey, what's up, Neff? How we doing? Oh wait, it does work. Impressive. Impressive. That could be something. Daisy chaining my love, where have you been all my life? It is so nice. I forget if I mentioned, but I used the mod in the last playthrough where you could just like daisy chain, you know, anything right away. And I was like, wow, it's a good thing that they added this to the base game because I am reliant on that now. Alright, this is pretty nice. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like that could be interesting. It would force this all up considerably, and it would actually get in the way of the train track even. That could be interesting. Decisions. Having a mod for chaining was weird. You think so? Or like needing to have that? I thought it was nice. I liked having that ability. Alright, you're not in use anymore. Let's just clear this out. I need to start getting an idea of... The need was weird. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to start getting a more genuine kind of grid laid out and like something that we're actually going to stick to. Because the longer I wait to do that, the more painful it's going to be, right? Like the more changes we're going to have to make, the longer those changes are going to inevitably take, yada yada yada. So you kind of got to just do it now. Speaking of, I should probably get those modular engines going back into an awesome sync, but we can do that in the train station. So let's clear all of this out. I think we're moving the space elevator soon. We're gonna kind of need this area for our road. You're empty, you're empty. It's all good. Okay. That'll go somewhere at some point, not right now. Let's put an awesome sync so the train doesn't back up, and then we can kind of figure out next steps. So I'm just gonna throw it in right here, because this is nice and safe. And we're just gonna do a little wrap around. What can I steal from you? Thank you. Like that right there. Daisy chain, incredible. Already huge favorite. Just for being able to do something lazy like that. So nice. Alright, so that should generate like a good amount of points. Yeah, that's 2,600 modular engines. That's gonna be pretty nice. I mean, we're up to, what is that, 5 mil? Yeah, it's hard without commas, and they're constantly rolling down. So yeah, we're getting up there, but we have a lot of coupons, which is nice. Okay, so that is squared away. I have a lot of these for some reason. Definitely don't want all of that. And I'm just gonna add those to the collection of stuff to go in the sink. All right, great. So, where was I? Roads, yes. Side piece, yes. Figuring out that's kind of where we were at. All right. So all of this can come out, and yeah, we have some ways to kind of turn ourselves in and get over there. I don't know what we're gonna do that way. We may have like a road continuing on out into the grass fields, because I'm sure we're gonna be taking stuff from there at some point. Decisions. So we don't really need this anymore, right? Because we have the train. We have coal that we do have to get back to the base, and that is currently the main use. But I think we were talking about it. I don't think we really need to use that coal power anymore. Like, it's providing 2,400 megawatts. So even if we got rid of that, we're still 4,000 over our max consumption, and like 7 or 8,000 over our current consumption, which isn't exactly perfect right now, but you know, it's fine. So I kind of like that idea. And then, hello, buddy. And then maybe, ooh, the lights are coming on. Nice. And then maybe we start transitioning into having some stuff running on top of the roadway, if necessary. That might mess with the hypertube vibe, though, a little bit, huh? Let's just see. I'm just curious real quick. We just did a belt highway with, like, no hypertubes on it. Okay. Could transition into nighttime. It should be... Let's see. Let's take a look, shall we? You're not wrong. We got a few. This is actually the perfect time of day for this, I think. Yeah, Woe was right. 15, brother. Are you supposed to be there? Did these do what they're supposed to do? They did. Okay. Yeah, I'm a fan. Yup. Let's see. So up here, we are quite a bit more up in the air. I'm sorry, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. That does look really cool. Dang. Hell yeah, just soaking it in. Sorry, that's the 13 seconds or whatever we're allotted by Fixit. So obviously this does not line up, right, with our supports currently. So that would be something we have to tweak. We probably don't want them to be this high up either. So what I just want to go underneath through a hypertube real quick and see what this feels like. Oh, that's so fine. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, wait. Okay. Because usually the reason I don't like that is that right there. You know, you get like the clipping kind of motion happening. Not motion, but clipping thing happening where you just get like camera stutter and stuff. Usually when you have stuff like that. But if we did that, we could just get rid of this entire top section and just have the belt highway part. Would be pretty cool. It would be pretty dope. And then we could have that like join into this, I guess. It's a pretty major change, but we only have these here. Like, it literally, we have a main one running out to the Gigafactory, which we don't need anymore because the train is doing that. So we could build a road instead, which would be cooler. And then we have it going to coal, but if we just built like that, once we get to here, we could leave this, you know, and it can drop down and just go onto this belt highway. Alright, I'm kind of leaning in that direction. The only thing is that guy being there keeps us a little bit away from the electronics factory, but we could throw the trucks over here, actually. We don't have to go over there. We want to go over here. We are going to make everything right there. Okay, yeah, that's a good plan. Let me put some map markers down here so I actually think one. You could raise or lower either platform 12 meters at the cross section. Wait, which one? Sorry. Like these? Like raise those up, you mean? I'm kind of thinking we could leave them and just go here. Because this is, I don't know why, in my brain I was like, oh, that's the factory we have to go to, but it's really not. That one is already up. This one? Yeah, this one's already up. Is that what you mean? Oh, our frameworks are going to back up. Let's deal with this real quick. Whoopsie. I guess that belt was still doing something. I forgot this one was still doing something. Yep, that's what I meant. Where are you? Right here. Okay, well, it hasn't backed up yet, so that's good. Yeah, but the factory you're heading to is already above that cross-section. Oh, this one. Yes, you're saying I could just go up above it. I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay, I think I see what you mean, at least. Yeah, we don't have to go here, though. I have to go, like, down there. So I was just kind of getting, I think, mixed up, basically. Just in the nice way. Let's do... Yeah, all good. I think we got a good solve here. I could steal power. Do I have power right here? I do. We're just gonna do this real simple way. Just to keep things running, because I don't want the frameworks to back up and cause a whole problem. Cool. Okay, so we're just gonna clear all of this out. It's very likely that this one is going to go away, and we're just going to be left with that guy. And then this hypertube line might even go out and just get put into the road, which I think is what's kind of going to happen. And then that coal line can get put on top of the roadway. It's kind of the last piece of the little shuffling around that we would have to do here. And that could go on one line too, which just, you know, a little better for FPS, I guess. Okay. I think that is the game plan. Alright, just one more time. I just want to see... Yeah, I don't think we could... Alright, let's try something real quick. Let's go back. I want to try and nudge some of these down and just see how much lower to the ground can we get. Or to the hypertube, I guess, can we get? Because if that's where the world grid is... Hell yeah, I appreciate it, Jeremy. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're digging it. We would kind of want to stay on the world grid. So right here we're off, which is understandable because I just slapped this together. So what if instead we lined it up to be up here? Again, this is just a demonstration, kind of to get a vibe for what height we want. Oh, we're halfway. Okay. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? No, is it 9? It was 9. I did it again. There we go. Oh god, we're vibe building. Shit, I didn't mean it like that. Wait. I take it back, I take it back. Building with vibes. It's like that freaking Punisher meme where he's just like, no, 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 wait, wait, wait. Me right now. Alright, let's see how this one works. Thank you, Neff. I appreciate that as well. Very kind. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god, yes. That was it. That's so cool. Okay, that's sick. We're doing that. That felt so good. Wow, I got way too excited about that, but I don't even care. Shameless. Completely shameless with that one. That felt sick. Okay, so we want to get rid of the whole top section. We just want to have... that. We're going to update this to be a Mark II anyway, so I guess I'll just leave that alone. Actually, what am I saying? Yeah, we're just going to leave that shit alone. Okay, we're just going to build a brand new one in the Mark II designer that tiles with these blueprints. Do I need a minute alone? Yeah, actually, hold on one second. BRB real quick. Sorry, no, I'm just kidding. You're good, Jeremy. You're good, bro. We're vibing out. We're figuring things out at a great pace, I think. Okay, that felt really good, though. So we have to recreate that. So what I should probably redo that down here so I have a good reference to rebuild this. Okay, give me the hypertube section. I love stuff like this though. I love it's like it's all coming together. You know, it's just you're figuring out the pieces. It's a very just like exciting time. I need to get a foundation. I think we were about there, right? Okay, I loaded your advanced hover mod. Where is it at? So you're gonna go into the MAM, and I think it's tier whatever after the about 7, 8, tier 8, I think, and it should be like hover pack Mark II, and you'll have to unlock it and then craft it. Yeah, let me know what you think because I love it. I like cannot go back now. I already installed it actually. in preparation. Okay. So basically, I'm trying to see if there's a way I can do this where yeah, I didn't think about that one, Dracus. That's a good point. It could, yeah, who knows? That's definitely a up in the air one there. Okay, I'm trying to think here. So for this, we're gonna go concrete up to that. So 5 meters. Okay, 5 meters. That's, I think, the number we need to keep in our minds. So I think if we do this, okay, cool. And then we take concrete. We're going in 1 1/4. I have no idea if this is going to be correct, but we're going to find out together live on air. Go something like that, and then what if we use these to kind of tie it in to the bottom part? Is that gonna poke through? Nope. Maybe. Wait. I know, because we still have that. I mean, that looks kind of cool, I guess. I don't think I want to put anything through the middle, because all that did was make building belts and stuff down there kind of annoying. And, like, lifts and stuff. Okay. So what? Let's just check this. Belt highway over road test? No, just belt highway over road. I know it's a test. Cool. Now get rid of that. And I didn't save it in the right one. Whoops. Let's put that one right there. Okay, because it's because of the pillar, or not pillar. Well, yeah, the hitboxes of the pillars, basically. But I think once we get the first one, it should just kind of snap. Okay, I see the beam guy sticking out of the corner there. I don't know if that's enough to bother me. I'll be honest with you. It's very minimal. But you do see it. Okay, so maybe we tweak that a little bit. But let's see if the height is good. And if I... Oops, hello. If I can do this... Oh, yeah. then I could just like hop on here probably. Yep. This is feeling cool. This is given that like you're in New York City and there's like the raised subway tracks, tracks over the street kind of thing. That's like the vibe I'm kind of getting with this, which I like a lot. Yep. That feels good. That feels great. We have to go back, but it is what it is. If you do find it, Dracus, let me know, because I am curious what you think. Okay, so good height. Not gonna worry about adjusting stuff or the like construction of it, because it kind of isn't that hard to build, right? Let's maybe see about the beams. Maybe there's something better that we can do. That is gone. I have at least another 2 weeks to get out of phase 2. Holy. That's a lot of weeks. I mean, coming from the guy who's taken him like 2 months to do phase 3. Yeah. It's not bad, actually. Let's see. I wonder how this would look. It might be a little bit kind of purple overload, potentially. Could I do that? Oh, I could just do that. That would be so much better. That's just 10x in Satisfactory Plus. Wild. I mean, Satisfactory Plus has got to add... Just from the sounds of it, it sounds like it makes the game a lot more complicated than, you know, than it is. So, in a good way. I don't mean that as a bad thing, but it just sounds like it adds a whole lot more. Damn, Jeremy's running the hardest mode. I respect it. I want to, at some point, I turn on my game, go to sleep, and be in phase 3. Wild. Just gotta let her rip, yeah. Oh, you're not playing this game. What game are we talking? Without phase 3? Oh, it's the same thing. Aesthetics are just as important as functionality. Honestly, real. Yeah. Real and true. I think this works. I think this is literally all we need to worry about. If we want to add stuff on top, we can. I don't want to put lights on there because we have lights down there, and that would be like light overkill. Just gonna do that, and let's just do something like that. Okay. So let's get rid of that one. We don't need that. And let's see what we think about this. So like this one is gonna get put on a roadway one, right? That's how we'll kind of tweak that, and then very likely the same for this, even though it is kind of high enough. So we'll see. We'll see. It does look cool how it is. I don't really need one here right now, so let's hold off on doing that. We are gonna have to put an intersection in here. I think intersections are going to be a kind of thing where like the spacing might kind of break here and there, but we have to work with what we got, you know? It's going to be impossible to like completely future-proof stuff like that. Okay. So very, very important things to think about. If we break this connection, we break our power connection, which is obviously not very good. So decisions. We could get it through the train. We'll only turn up to 100x when the Satisfactory Plus community server comes to the main branch. Hell yeah. Yeah, Satisfactory Plus is a mod, Jeremy. Dracus is a Patreon member, right, you said? And you can do like community testing for him? Correct me if I'm wrong. I just think that's what you said. There we go. Alright, I just want to make sure that the train station is plugged into something. It is, in fact. Okay, and then is this... Appreciate it. Hell yeah, Jeremy, if you're in the Discord. That's all good, bro. Vanilla is still dope as hell. Honestly, kudos to you for pulling off a vanilla build on that. That's wild. I'm using mods, so... Alright, cool. Cool. So we're gonna go back to the Gigafactory. Let's take a trip. And we're gonna make sure that there is a power connection coming from the train station, because that will carry power for us while I break everything and get things back online. Because yeah, we don't necessarily have to rebuild the coal power right now, but we do need to have power connecting both of these facilities together, because we do rely on a couple different places. There's a lot of power built into the grid down here. A lot of compacted coal. Right, so... Yep. This is still running well, it seems. So I'm trying to look up at modular engines. That looks good. I think it's fine. It doesn't have to be fine, but it's just nice to know that things are working. Alright, so... yeah, this one... Okay, perfect. I'm excited to actually get a glimpse of this. I have no frame of reference for Satisfactory Plus. Like, I've seen it, but I've just never tried it. You definitely have me curious. Like, it seems wild. Alright, so we're just gonna link into this thing for now. Oh, hey, Mansa. How we doing, man? Long time no see. It's in the Discord. Alright, let's take a look real quick, shall we? Brother, what? That's for steel? I see stuff that I do not recognize. Yeah, that's a lot going on. There's a lot in there. I like it. That does sound fun. I can't lie. That does sound fun. Do we wait for this train to come back, or do we just take our own? I think we just take our own. True, me too. Me too, Neff. Last time I got on this game, it was 1.2 experimental. Oh, you're not too far off then. We just hit 1.2 stable branch not too long ago. So. Alright, so we want to start breaking things, yeah? Yeah. Let's go this way. Yep. Yup. Yeah, that one's annoying. I actually do know exactly what you're talking about. That one is very frustrating. Okay, let's see. So if we disconnect this, hopefully nothing breaks. Good sign. That's good. Excellent. Okay. So, I guess I should have gotten out up there, but for now, let's just tear out these. There's a lot of cleaning up that's going to be happening here. And then I guess we kind of have to decide, do we want to do like roundabout situations, or do we want to just kind of have like a 4-way or 3-way intersection, you know, kind of depending on what we need. And I think we're going to go with like just the simple, you know, intersections. Probably just build these at first. We can blueprint that though. That would fit in a blueprint. No, we can't, right? We can't make that turn without like going off. So maybe we do need some kind of a median thing. I guess that is kind of why I had it in the past, huh? Yeah, I think the truck would go off that, right? Yeah, definitely. I mean... So roundabout maybe then, but I don't think so. I think we could do... I think if we just put something here, I think it's kind of fine, you know? And just give it somewhere to drive on. We'll have to kind of think about that for the boundary pieces. But I think that's kind of fine. Because everywhere else it can make a turn. I should have checked to see if it could actually make a U-turn here. I don't know if it can. Oh, again. Nice. Okay, good. Alright, so we should be pretty fine there. Yeah, I think a blueprint here would be pretty good for stuff like this, especially. We could make like a 3-way, 4-way intersection, probably. At least with the bulk of the stuff in it. Not bad. And then let's think. Are we gonna have anything in the middle? I don't think so. I think it's better to just leave it open. It would be kind of fun to make some like traffic light blueprints that don't really do anything, but just are there. Maybe like some little crosswalk stuff. Okay, yeah, there's definitely things we can come up with here. And then let's see, Belt Highway Road. So we know it's not that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be that. Let's check though. It's pretty good to me. So in places like that, we could just stop it short. I think that's kind of fine. Yeah, I'm really going back and forth on the whole rebuilding coal power. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I don't want to do it. Oh, that's this one. My bad. Yeah. You are not included yet. Oops. Yes. I know. My fault. Sorry about that. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Welcome. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, they're coming out pretty well. Definitely, though. I agree, right? Like, I looked out over that, and I was like, wow, that looks like a freaking actual city. Which is insane to say. Okay, so we would have truck stations out here. I'm just going to kind of build these going down for a bit. Obviously, we would have like cut-throughs and stuff where vehicles can get in. I think for now we will keep coal, which I know might be a little silly, but I think I'd rather have the power. I'm gonna go to the extent of construction. I don't know about that far, but you never know, you know? We got a lot to do and a long time to kind of do it, so we'll just have to see what feels right. Send this, I think to here for now is fine. And then we'll probably just kind of jump over back into here temporarily kind of deal. So let's maybe set that up. So let's say I can combine these into one single line now, which is nice. I always thought showing the z-axis value would be nice for aligning disconnected buildings to the same height. There's not an option I'm missing? I don't think so. No, the only thing that I get through the mods that I'm using is if you hold H now, through infinite nudge, you get this kind of, you know, indicator of which way you're rotating stuff. But nothing in terms of Z value. I agree. That would be like really nice, like in Minecraft, right? Where you could be like, you're on this level. I don't think there is a thing like that, right? At least not to my knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, it does not exist. Unfortunately, it would be nice. So we're gonna get rid of these trees and then start sending the road out this way. We're gonna have to get rid of a lot of trees. We're gonna have to go up at some point, which means this train line is likely gonna move. It's not really needed right now, so it's fine to do that. And I did have the thought to use trucks for this, but that just seems kind of like wasteful to use a truck for coal power. You know what I mean? Like we're just burning fuel to make coal power, which I think we could probably not do and be all right. Oh, that's not where I thought that was. But we do want these. This way. I should have deleted this stuff out first. Yeah, let's just take this back out real quick. Do a full reset here because I have infinite nudge now, so I might be able to do that in a better way. Let's clear all of that out. And that one. You know, I didn't come up with a solution for that, but I think we could do that pretty easily. Probably should have done that before I dismantled everything though, huh? Oop. Okay, so for now, let's just throw that in there. Let's take that, and then we should just be up 4 meters from where we are right now. maybe this will work better. There we go. That did not work better. Plot twist. What did I do wrong? Oh. Started way too far back. That's what I did wrong. Oh, and that road's incorrect too. I did a lot of things wrong. Crazy. Crazy world we live in. Let's start fresh. Alright, so that goes there. Well and good. Love it. Then... what we would like to do is, I guess, place one of these. And then try this again. I'm struggling to land right now. Oh, we went up 4. 2 of these. No? What am I missing here? Was it only one? I thought the double section went up 4 meters, but maybe didn't. Something's okay. There we go. Wait. It doesn't feel correct. Like those clip through. These aren't clipping through. Right, you see what I'm seeing? Okay, that's it. Weird. So what is the difference then? Okay, so it's what was I doing wrong, though? Like, it's fine, but like I was just confused. And then we could just do something like that. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a little unfortunate, I tell you what. Man, we don't have a 1 meter ramp. Wait, do we have a 1 meter ramp? Maybe? It's gonna get longer though, it's gonna be weird. Well, we know we have 2 solutions here. We can either just build halfway and then throw ladders in, or build out and throw ladders in. We might be able to blueprint something there. We could think about that. I'll think about that. I'll think about it. But okay, so that's at least correct. So for now, let's just do something like this. We're gonna kind of keep things simple. Very much distracted though. I should be building electronic stuff. I'm just messing with coal. But this is important. Like I said, we gotta do it. We gotta get it out of the way. Because if we don't deal with it now, it's just going to be a big headache for us later. Okay, so if we go here, that's good, but we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then we're gonna have a merger. That. I think we'll just throw power in like that for now, until we come up with a more elegant solution. Okay. Is that working? Yes. Alright. The train line's probably going to get shifted like I was saying. So we got 240 there. That should handle one bank. Probably died out already. That's kind of fine. Let's go curve. Like that, and then yeah, we'll build a an angled blueprint. I think I have an idea. That should work out. Oh yeah, it would help to, you know, send this somewhere. Let's do that, shall we? Right, and then I think right now let's just focus on this part. And then, because we don't need the road out here just yet, but if we have this, then we have the, you know, the essential map of where the road is gonna be. We gotta kind of get out here. How are we gonna turn... Oh, I need fuel. How are we gonna turn our roads? Good question. Actually, I can't do it this way. Shit. It's fine here. But we need to make sure that the road actually clears all of this, right? That's kind of like really important. Which seems fine at the moment. Yo, what's up, Jade? How we doing? I am struggling. It is so fucking hot. It has been crazy over here. Hopefully you're doing all right yourself. Yeah, literally right away. There's a freaking road here, rock here, and we have to go back up more. Oh, brother. Yeah, we just gotta go back up. So let's see. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I don't care for that at all. I'm just gonna hope that's in the ground and not somewhere I have to worry about. Okay, we are just skating by right here, but I'll take that. That works for me. Yeah, okay. Maybe we make this angled thing real quick. Feels kind of like a good idea to have that. And maybe we make this all one piece for the times that we are going to build them together instead of having to build them separately. We're doing all of our paths? Kind of, yeah. We're redoing the main one with the new roads. I switched to having 5 wide roads instead of the 4 lane doodads. So we're kind of reworking all of those. Oh yeah, my blueprinter's over here. I'm poor, I don't have computers yet. I should stop. Honestly, okay, no, yeah, so it's like not important what I'm doing in reality, but it's fine because we're having fun and it looks really cool. Thank you, Jade. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, in reality, oops. I should just be, now that I have the roads built, I really should just be focusing on getting electronics going, and then like we could do this after. I keep putting in the wrong one. But, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect all the time. We don't have to always do the most efficient thing. Sometimes we can just do the fun thing. And I think that's good. Okay, so we want to be up here with our blueprint, which means we need to take this guy and go like that, and then we go like that, and then we go, I think like that, more, like that. I gotta cough 1 second. Sorry. Okay. So that is one pretty solid blueprint. That's a beefcake of a blueprint. That's good. That's chonky in the best way possible. Oh, that's not the bottom. So we're gonna say roads with belt highways. Highway, I guess it's really a singular thing, right? Road with belt highway. That is the correct thing. And then we're gonna say, what are we gonna say? Something like that for now is fine. And then what makes sense? I think I'm thinking if we just put this in here. No, we do kind of want it like that. Wait, that's not correct. Oh my god. Oh, dang, Dracus. All good, bro. It is almost midnight, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Shit. Well, hey, fair enough. Thank you for hanging. Enjoy your weekend, if as much as possible. I just realized that the lighting is on these angles is no bueno. Which we can fix. I can fix that. But didn't realize I wasn't paying attention. So I did 1 1/4, and then there's 3/4 and 1 1/4, so that's 2. And this is 2 1/2, so the spacing is all wonky. I thought I had it good, but it should be 2 1/2. Is that what it should be? So it's 3/4. We said 1 3/4, so that's 2 1/2. Okay, wait, and then that's 1/4 and 1, and another one. So that is correct. Dean loves the highway, man. He's been phasing through this thing since I put it down. He's like, "Oh, what you got here? Make this for me? Thanks." It kind of looks fine. It's off. That's the only thing. It looks fine, though. But, like, it's not technically correct. these are 2. I don't know if I'm really gonna lose sleep over that. It goes from 2.5 to 2. On the incline, it's 2, and then here it's 2.5. I think that's kind of fine because it gives us a smooth incline, and I don't really want to rebuild much there if I don't have to. But then that, I don't think it's gonna tile as well with the lift sections. It's not technically correct how you play the game. I mean, you're right. You are correct. It's fair. Oh, I'm in the blueprint. What would be better? I don't know. What would be better if we just went on like the grid? Hey, what's up, Don? How we doing? Welcome, welcome. Wait, did I say it's not technically correct how I play the game? I mean, it kind of is true. Like I said. I definitely overdo it in a lot of ways, and that's okay. It does look good, right? That's the thing. It's like, it looks fine. I just worry in the future for other stuff if it becomes an issue. But I guess as long as we build the blueprint with the supports in mind of where they are, it probably doesn't matter that much. But we could also just, like, you know, put that there, and it would probably be alright. I don't know. I think it's fine. Whatever, we're leaving it. Okay, I decided it's staying. You could all rage quit. Or I could rage quit. True. True. I was gonna say that. I thought you were all just gonna rage the stream. I was like, understandable. Have a nice day. Okay, so I think we would want a bigger one, because it seems like we at least do this. And then here's kind of what I'm thinking. So from here, we should be up on this level. Okay. So like that seems totally fine. We would have to do another round of this. And then going underneath, right? Okay. And then it was this one. Like that. Just like that, yep. I should check. I don't have any reference here. And I'm afraid if I build this... it's gonna get rid of the blueprint. So let's see. I'm gonna save this temporarily, and then I put down... Oh, nice. It didn't do the thing. Okay. Okay. I think that's good then. Yeah, that looks fine. Whoops. That looks fine. Okay. I keep falling off of everything, I'm sorry. And then I think that should be our angle. Nope. Is it freeform? That feels pretty good. Okay. Yep, I think that's fine. Let's do that. Okay, cool. So I think that's all of the... Well, except for the catwalk part. It's kind of that decorative side of things done. My idea for the catwalks is this. We're gonna use our infinite nudge powers to kind of make our lives easier, right? Okay, I think that's good. Such minor adjustments. I wonder if there's got to be a better color than yellow that we could set up. Okay, I'm trying to decide if we should push this back one or just take that for what it is. Well, let's see. Save that, clear it out, give it back to me. No, don't load it. Thanks. Maybe I loaded it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Which is entirely possible. Okay, so I want that in the middle. Don't crash. Thank you. That's nice. Okay. Now that goes there. I think that's pretty dang good. And then we should just be able to... this guy. I'm hoping that this plays nice and works for us. Let's try it out. So we're gonna say 4x ramp with belt highways. I think I named the other one the wrong thing. Yeah, that's not a good name. And then let's just do the belt, even though there's no belt on there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Give me this. Give me that. We may as well. I mean, right? We may as well. I don't know why the Explorer is so bad on foundations, but... Ooh. Rewind, rewind. And that's why I don't use vehicles. No, I'm kidding. I can't drive for shit, so... It really does look like the car is floating. Oh, hello. We made it. Well, that was anticlimactic. Alright, let's try out our 4x ramp. Which means I have to break these. Yeah. I should probably make just a ramp piece on, although I don't know. That does fit together pretty well. Let's get rid of these. I can stay, but I think that was kind of a win right there. I can deal with that. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. A little bump is totally fine. Okay, cool. Very cool. Very cool. I know coal power is like absolutely hemorrhaging right now, but it's not a problem. We're just updating for the sake of updating at this point. Put that there. Whoops. Nope. Now that we have it, may as well use it. Okay, so yeah, then we would go to here, and we could start building out. We can start doing... I still haven't figured out how I'm handling turns. But one thing at a time. I also haven't figured out the under part, which the higher off the ground we get, I guess it gets a little bit harder to do what I want it to do, but not impossible. We could still definitely pull it off. I was just thinking, tunnels wouldn't work with vehicles, right? Because they would collide with the terrain. They wouldn't kind of work the way trains do. Oh, is that what's in the way? No. Why couldn't I build that? Oh, maybe this is in the way. Let's just start tearing all this down. Give me this back. Okay. We're moving now. Doing pretty good. Maybe we do a three-way intersection here, and we have a road. Yeah. That feels good. I think we'll have a road connect down over there to where that other one comes down, and then we could have something coming over this way. Just needs a little jump for whatever reason. But that's okay. Alright, let's clear this all out, and let's see. Are we gonna hit over there? We totally are gonna hit over there, right? That's really unfortunate. I can't lie to you about that. So maybe we just turn a little earlier. That feels like the right thing to do. And also, why not just build our intersection? Yeah, roads are tough. Roads are definitely tough. Potentially at some point we might start doing some curve stuff, but I would like to keep that for like only certain situations where we really can't help it. Or maybe like this where we are actually only gonna turn one way. But again, like, are we going to want to get up in there at some point? I don't think so. Most of that connects down into here already. Maybe we just start climbing up then. Yeah, in advance. So let's make this one go up. That's kind of fine. Alright, so how high up do we want to go? I think that's kind of fine where we are here. That's over most of that terrain. Let's see, I should try and stay on this as much as I can. I definitely did not do enough going back, but at least to coal, I think this is where we're going to stop with this one. And then we can hook up the belt highway portion. Is there no straight mode for hypertubes? Really? Fair enough, I guess. Let's go with that. I have to make a turn there. Quick question, yeah. Create a similar blueprint to your early conveyor with the hypertube on top. And when I came to use the hypertube, I found it kicks me out at the first join. Should they overlap? Kicks you out at the first join. Oh, like where they connect, it kicks you out, you're saying? Like in here? Like that? Are you using it in auto connect mode or just in regular? Yeah, Jade, you're on the same train of thought. It sounds like they didn't auto connect to me. Right, because like when I hit, so I've got it on H here. We've got that little green link telling me that they're connected, but if I switch to just regular blueprint mode, it looks like they're connected, but those are not connected, and it will spit you out. So that might be the issue, but also in blueprint auto connect, like if you have them like that, the link goes away, right? It's no good. So you just got to make sure that you got that green link showing up, the little chain link thing. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, think you have the green link? We'll double check. Okay, yeah, double check, because it sounds like either that or something maybe where the hypertube itself is having an issue. Because I do have blueprints where like a pipeline shows that it's connected, but then you build it and it's all bugged out. So, you know, nothing's perfect in the end. I missed. Oh no, I didn't. Cool. Alright, so we are like in with the train. This is kind of cool though. It looks, I can't lie. It does look really cool. And I think our road is basically gonna follow this thing straight out, because that is a relatively straight shot. We should not have a lot of interruptions there. And we know that that's about the bare minimum height-wise that we need to be at to actually clear it, so that could be a cool bridge, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So maybe we got to go a little higher up, which means the train... Yeah, train would have to be switched around, or we go straight under. I worry about not being able to use this copper node. Blow that up real quick. That's definitely what I meant. Yeah, okay. So I think we want to go at least one more higher. Yeah, which means the train network is definitely going to see some reworks. We knew this was coming. This is why we're doing this now, I'll be completely honest, because if we wait, like I said, I know I'm a broken record, it's just going to suck a whole lot more. I don't think that's actually high enough. I think we have to go a whole other one. Which puts us way in there, but then I think that actually puts us at the correct height for this, which is kind of good. Perfect. Yeah, no, that's golden. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're gonna fix that. We do drop down a little bit, so we just probably won't drop down there and kind of come over this at a better height. Cool. What's up, buddy? You don't care. Yeah, you don't care. He said, "What stuff in my way? I don't see nothing, no stuff." Okay, so this can go out. Can rip all of that away. I guess start tearing that out too. Okay, that's our mine. We're gonna be aiming for here. Let's get another one of these going. Jokes. Let's put a little 5x5 in here. Nice. We're gonna have under road mining, which is awesome. Guess that's not a blueprint. That's fine. Let's clear out all this old stuff. So that we can just throw in like that. And yeah, for now, I think we're just gonna get this thing into position. Nailed it. Let's go like that, and for now, go there. Okay, so that I'm leaving alone. I'm gonna wait until it is time to actually build that out. Let's try and make all of these connections. So definitely we need power out here at a minimum. All of that is going nowhere, so that's fine. And we just gotta kind of check all of these as we go. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. These definitely look cool. Like, I really do enjoy the look. I know I said I wasn't going to do any major infrastructure until I got a hover pack, but, you know, sometimes things happen. You gotta do what you gotta do. When you gotta do it, you know? Okay. Let's just be the old version I left by accident. Okay. And how are we doing? We have power yet? Looks like we have power. Coal power is shutting down, but like we said, it's totally fine. If it does, it's okay. Get it back online without too much fuss. All right. And now we just run this out. I know it seems silly, but it is definitely worth it. And at the end of the day, we will likely repurpose this coal into steel once we move on from coal power. At least this coal power, right? Probably always have some hanging around, but okay. For this for now, just give me something like that. We'll come up with a nice intersection. I think we can manage that pretty well, and we should be in this lane, right? Isn't there a way to, like, angle this? I mean, I guess we could do it that way. I thought there was, like, a vanilla... Oh, that's changing the scale of it. Okay. What is that? I feel like I'm missing something. There we go. Wait. I watched a video like so long ago, someone like showing the right way of doing this, and now I don't remember what it was. Because I know I've seen a way of doing this. Time for automated miners for me? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why am I blanking out? I'm not crazy, right? There is a way to make that angled? Or am I crazy? And there's just nothing I can do. Thank you, Neff. Thank you, Neff. Legend. And then we gotta do a little, like, welding, right? Look at you. See, this is why I know if I complain about something, eventually someone will tell me what to do. It's great. Nah, for real, thank you. That's very helpful. Appreciate you big time. Still... Oh, sorry, I called you Neff, Jeremy. My bad, bro. Your names are so familiar looking when I quick glance. Delete the splitter first. Understood. Delete the splitter first. The belt on the right is there before I delete it. Oh, I see. Delete that one. Oh, wait. I think I see. Right? Wait. Place and delete that. And then that. There we go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That might take me a time or 2 or 3 or 4, and then we get there. We get there, yeah. Okay, so that should be coal. That is coal. Oh no, you know what we should do? Let's hyper tube back. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that, because that'll be very cool. That looks pretty good. I know there's little steps and stuff down there, but it doesn't bother me one bit. Alright, hyper tube, hyper tube, hyper tube. Hell yeah. Oh, this is sick. Yep. This is gonna take us real far, but it's fine. We had to experience it. Smooth operator. Smooth. We're cooking too. Do you like my bad singing? Alright. Had to do a test. Had to do a test. That was sweet. I wanted to go the other way. It's a good song, man. It's catchy. I should have hit E, but it came up too quick. I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was just gonna fire out one of the ends. So we'll go over there now, and we should have our coal. It only took me like, 2 hours to do that, but it's fine. We're building a road. We're doing a lot of stuff. Nice. I think of it from Formula 1. There is a driver who was doing that. It's like I guess like a bit kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, this is fine. It is kind of fun, yeah. Formula 1's pretty interesting. I'm just getting into it, to be honest, but it's definitely enjoyable. Smooth operator. All right, so those will get back online. Do I have coal on me? Somehow I don't. Impressive. I think I could go get some. Oh no, maybe not. All the lines kind of did clear themselves off. Oh, you already know what I'm talking about? Hell yeah. It is a very famous video. Yeah. Hypertube boosters crash your power grid? Oh no. Oh yeah, dude. When you unlock priority power switches, highly recommend those for your hypertube setups, especially boosters and stuff. Because you can like turn them off from anywhere, right? So they open up a lot of flexibility there, because you can just kind of, shut them down when they're not in use. Yeah, I definitely should have cleaned this stuff up on the way back instead of taking the hypertube, but listen, it's fine. How far and early can you go down Caterium? You can get quite a lot out of early Caterium. You can do Caterium as early as you find it, which is beautiful. Priority switches early game? No. They take high-speed connectors. Oh, true, Don, though. Yeah, I guess if you find the right stuff, you could probably get them pretty early. But I think to build them... Where are they? Like, I don't even have them yet. Yeah. They take 25 high-speed connectors, and then I think you need some to build them as well, if I'm not mistaken. But they are very good. Yeah. Alright, so I feel pretty good about where we're at. We're going to hypertube back over to coal. And just make sure that that is running. I just want another excuse to go through here, though. A little exploration, a little bit of luck. Alright, yeah, this is cool. I'm a big fan of our new hypertube setup. So if I hit E, I should go straight through. Yes. True. But you have to have them unlocked for that. Magic and Gathering. They could make a game out of that. What do you call it? This can all go out too. But yeah, Don, you can buy them, but once you need to have them unlocked. That's the only thing. So it's like you still have to get 2 high-speed connectors in order to do it that way. But I think that's how I've done most of my stuff so far. That'd be a cool game, I feel. Quick, somebody write that down. Write that down, write that down. Hard drive hunting for the win? Absolutely. I'm excited to go on it again. We haven't been hard drive hunting in a while. Right. It is kind of fun. I can't disagree. Exploring and stuff is very fun in this game. It feels worth it every time. What do we got? Too much stuff here. Yeah, we do. I need my 2 steel beams, you don't understand. Okay. That was a lot today. What time is it? 6:30. Okay. Would the game benefit from more recipes? I don't know. I kind of think there's already a lot. Like, because if you think about a game like Factorio, there's no, like, you just make the thing the way you make the thing, right? Like, so, like, in my opinion, not really. I think it would be better, or not better, but I think it's got enough, at least. There might be some items that could benefit from having some alternates, but it's kind of hard to say. Alright, we built a shitload of roads today. And I do want to point out, the depot never emptied out. We never had to go anywhere or hold off on stuff. I did not really accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, which was getting trucks going in there, but we rebuilt entire blueprints, and that's kind of crazy. Let's get a quick nighttime transition going. Oh yeah. Give me a truck. See how these drive, if any better. Yeah, it's a little nicer. Yeah, this feels pretty good. I like the direction that things are headed here. I'm picturing like traffic lights up here, you know? Like we could blueprint some like traffic lights. I think that'd be very funny. Oh, hey, there's a pillar there. Watch out. I was reading chat. Don't read chat and drive, guys. I think the game is a perfect amount of recipes at the moment. Yeah. Ooh. Makes a nice alternative path to create advanced items. Yeah, and that's the big thing. It's like I like that there's options, you know, to do what you want to do. Just driving the outside lane. I hope that's not going to be a problem for like the vehicle path stuff. It shouldn't be, right? They should be able to deal with that. Vehicle traffic lights would be sick. Yeah. Even if they're just like make believe, right? You know, we could just put fun ones in there to kind of have something. All right, though. This feels good. Like it feels cool. I'm sure with having multiple trucks on here, it would be kind of insane. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. That's so cool, man. That's so cool. This is probably so much power, though. I didn't even think about that. We got like 4 lights per blueprint. Get banned for driving and reading chat. We'll get the freaking factory car coming up behind me with the light going like woo, 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 woo. Yeah, I like this a lot, though. Okay, I gotta get power in over here. Yeah, but I think right in here, we'll have a couple truck stations set up. we can bring our items that we're making up here down and in, and we should be pretty good. We have packaged fuel right over there as well. Yes, yes, that all feels very good to me, and like a wise use of our space. How tall is a truck station, I wonder? Okay, so I think we would want to turn in. Yeah, I can see this now. I think we're gonna turn in off of the road, right? Into like a section like this, and then we'll kind of drop down. And we'll have a straight run here, a little bit wider than the road, so trucks can kind of pass and pull over and all that good stuff. We'll get to about here, and then we'll turn back up. We'll have an intersection, and they can turn back out and head that way. Because we're going to have a truck coming in, bringing silica. We're going to have trucks going out. Let's take a look at all this real quick, shall we? With a whole bunch of other stuff. So in with silica. Out with high-speed connectors, with computers. We might just sync those. Probably just going to sync those. And then I think the plastic and rubber as well. We kind of want to get that into the storage room if possible, which is the same with the other items. So I think that's kind of the plan. These are all small enough quantities that we should be able to put that on one truck, and it would just be a mixed load, you know? And depending on how we set it up, we might be able to get away with having the same truck that's bringing our silica pick up all the other stuff and take that back. Modeler question. Is it better to start from the ground as a beginner? I saw modeler before reading the question. Or in reverse? So when you're saying that, you mean like, isn't in reverse, like starting with like, I want to make... Yeah, okay. I think I've answered this question a couple times, so, which is totally fine. I don't mind doing it. But my answer is always, it depends. It really depends on what you're trying to do. Like, for me, there are times where I will say, okay, I want to make, 20 smart plating. And then you just work your way back from there and figure out what you need and go from there. Typically, I kind of do a bit of a hybrid where I'll say, well, I would want to make, whatever, like a certain amount of stuff. If I have all of the resources, do I go from ground or just reverse and work? It really depends. It depends on what you're trying to do and how much you want to scale up. Because, yeah, you can really make it overwhelming, exactly, like Jade said. Like, if you're just like, oh, well, I have, like, here, I have all this oil, and if you don't need to use it all, but you're just like, let's see how much I can make, you may end up with, like, a bunch of extra stuff, like Exhibit A. But it's also nice to be like, I have 300 iron. What's the maximum amount of stuff I can get out of this 300 iron, And then you can kind of plan that out. But usually what ends up happening, I wouldn't want to forget what I'm doing while you're working on it. That can happen. That could definitely happen. Like, what I would usually end up saying is, like, for a smaller build, let's go to check out that real quick. Here, it was less about how much I wanted to make and more about how much I had, And we kind of just maxed this out. Over here, for steel, I had to make this many heavy modular frames in order to make the amount of stuff that I wanted to make. So this one ended up being more of a, like, yeah, max it if you can. But like this became more of like a you know, where can I get this other stuff, you know, from kind of thing, and like doing a little bit of min-maxing and adjusting and like pulling back on here to make more of these. And you know, there's no one size fits all answer. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to get at is it's really just like it really does depend on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. But typically working in reverse and just doing that is fine. Maxing out whatever you have is also kind of fine. It's really just how your brain works. Bring it in to compensate in that scenario. Exactly. Yeah, so in this one, these two things right here, the steel and the concrete, are being brought in from the big factory on the train, and that's kind of being an additional source of parts to work with. So, yeah. What I think is not best practice, plan the whole thing out in one setting because it's going to change. Yeah. And that happens here too. Like I'll plan a factory and then it changes, you know? And it's like, okay, that is what it is, you know? You're never gonna sit down, plan out the entire game, you know, in one session and never have an issue pop up. It's just not, I don't think that's possible, to be completely honest, you know? Is there an overflow opportunity in the modeler? Yes. It's fine, we don't need those. I think what you need is best practice for the calculator. I favor the modeler. I've stopped using the Satisfactory calculator. Yeah, I just use this now. There is an overflow, like awesome sync, that you can use. Which I don't know if I'm using anywhere. It's insane to plan out the whole thing. I would totally let you know. Well, you'll want to hang out for phase 4. You're going to want to see that then. Because that's going to be some planning. There's going to be some crazy planning. For reference, Jeremy, I don't know if you've ever seen this before. Yeah. This was our last playthrough. And like, each one of these is a mega base. Yeah. Like this alone is a massive, you know, just to make TPRs. I've not seen your modeler. Hell yeah. If you want to check out the previous Let's Play, that one was pretty good. When I take something to storage, it goes 50-50, so overflow would be awesome. Sync. Yes, okay, I understand your question, Don. I am on it. 1 sec. Let's open this bad boy. So what you would want to be using is a priority splitter. A priority splitter will take an item in, and it will prioritize the first output, right? So if you say that, it's going to make 30, and it will send nothing to the sink, right? Because you're taking all of it. But if you say, hey, only use 1, then it'll send the other half in. If you say only use 1.5, it'll split that. Got you, bro. Great question. Great question. Yeah, this is super, super helpful. You don't need them all the time, but they are very, very helpful. They can force things to kind of work the way you want them to work. Yeah, I really got to make like a how to use the modeler video. I have so many video ideas that are always racking around in my head, and I have not a lot of time to work on them. But one thing at a time. We're getting there, you know? We'll get there. We'll get there. Steel. So much steel. All right. So back on here. That's our dope roadway. I'm very happy with it. I think it looks really, really good. And I think it's setting us up for a lot of growth, because now we know all this open space, fair game. Train tracks, maybe shift them over to kind of be more central, maybe a little bit higher. We can have them track along the roads and stuff. We can really start to kind of like hammer things down to where it's just looking crazy. You know, I think it's going to be really, really, really cool. But yeah, I think that's gonna have to do it for me today. It is 6:45. We went quite a bit later, but we're making it happen. It's about the road work. Road work ahead. I sure hope it does. All right, sorry. The fact that all this stuff is right in the Rocky Desert is insane. It really is. We got so lucky on the roll here. Like, we could have had to go real far for some stuff, but we got it going. Oh yeah, I should make a roadwork sign. That would be really, really fucking funny. Next time, we're gonna make a roadwork sign. All right, y'all. Appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for chatting, all that great stuff. This was a very fun stream. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. And yes, next stream we're gonna make a, a roadwork ahead sign to start things off, because that's super funny. Oh man, and some traffic lights. All right, y'all. You have a great weekend. I will probably be back live on Monday, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, be safe, be smart. If you're in the U.S., be careful with the 4th of July. Yeah, happy 4th everybody tomorrow. So be smart, be safe, and catch you again on Monday. All right, y'all. Take care. See you again real soon.